Los Angeles, 1987. A city pulsating with energy, dreams, and the relentless pursuit of fame. Hair metal ruled the Sunset Strip. Bands with big hair and even bigger egos dominated the scene. Synthesizers and glam were everywhere. The neon lights and flashy outfits were the order of the day. But something raw was brewing. A storm was coming, a new sound that would shake the foundations of rock music. Its name was Guns N' Roses, a band that would redefine the genre. Their debut album, Appetite for Destruction, was about to unleash a primal scream upon the world. It was raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic. This wasn't just another album. It was a statement, a declaration of rebellion and authenticity, a middle finger to the status quo. And it changed everything. It was a wake-up call to the music industry. The Sunset Strip was a melting pot of dreams and desires, a place where aspiring musicians came to make their mark. Bands clawed their way onto stages every night. Each performance was a battle for recognition. But Guns N' Roses were different. They had an edge, a raw energy that set them apart. They were a force of nature. Their live performances were electric, leaving audiences in awe. Their music was a potent cocktail of punk attitude, rock and roll swagger, and a touch of sleaze. It was a sound that resonated with the disenchanted youth. They were dangerous, loud, and undeniably authentic. Their authenticity was their greatest weapon. And the world was hungry for it. Hungry for something real, something that spoke to their rebellious spirit. The music industry is a fickle beast, always on the lookout for the next big sensation. It craves the next big thing, but is quick to discard what it deems passé, leaving behind a trail of forgotten artists and discarded records. When Geffen Records signed Guns N' Roses, it was a risk, a gamble on raw, unpolished talent. The band was rough around the edges, their lyrics were raw, and their live shows were legendary for their chaos, often teetering on the edge of complete mayhem. But Geffen saw something special in them, something that set them apart from the rest. They saw a hunger, a fire that couldn't be ignored, a burning desire to break through the noise and make their mark. Executives at the label knew they weren't dealing with another manufactured pop act, but with something raw and authentic. This was something real, something dangerous, a band that embodied the rebellious spirit of rock and roll. The band's energy was infectious, spreading like wildfire through the crowds. Their songs were anthems for a generation disillusioned with the plastic sheen of the 80s, resonating deeply with those who felt out of place. Geffen took a chance, a leap of faith, believing in the raw potential of Guns N' Roses. And it paid off in spades, as the band went on to achieve monumental success, becoming icons of rock music. Appetite for Destruction wasn't an immediate success. It clawed its way up the charts, fueled by relentless touring and word-of-mouth praise. The band poured their hearts and souls into their live shows. They connected with audiences on a visceral level. Their music was an outlet, a release for pent-up frustrations. The album slowly gained momentum. MTV, initially hesitant, embraced Sweet Child O' Mine. The song became an anthem. It catapulted the album to the top of the charts. Suddenly, Guns N' Roses were everywhere. Their faces were plastered on magazine covers. Their music was inescapable. They had conquered the world. Appetite for Destruction was more than just an album. It was a cultural phenomenon. It ushered in a new era of rock and roll. It stripped away the gloss and glitter of the 80s and replaced it with raw, unadulterated passion. It was a return to the roots of rock, a reminder of the power of pure, unfiltered emotion. The album's influence on the music industry was seismic. It paved the way for grunge, alternative rock, and a new wave of bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden. These bands, inspired by Guns N' Roses' authenticity, went on to define the sound of the 90s. Appetite for Destruction went on to become one of the best-selling debut albums of all time. It sold over 18 million copies in the United States alone. Worldwide, it moved over 30 million units. These figures are a testament to the album's enduring appeal, its ability to connect with audiences across generations. To put this in perspective, Pearl Jam's debut album 10, itself a massive success, sold 13 million copies in the US. Boston's self-titled debut, a classic rock staple, reached 17 million in the US. These are incredible achievements, but Appetite for Destruction surpassed them both, solidifying its place in music history. More than just a debut. Debut albums hold a special place in music history. They are a band's first statement, their introduction to the world. Some, like Appetite for Destruction, become cultural touchstones. Others, like Britney Spears. Baby One More Time and Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory redefined pop music and nu metal, respectively. Whitney Houston's self-titled debut showcased her powerhouse vocals and became a global sensation. These albums, while different in genre and style, share a common thread. They captured a moment in time, resonating with millions and leaving an undeniable mark on the music industry. The Appetite for Destruction legacy. More than 3 decades after its release, Appetite for Destruction continues to resonate with fans worldwide. Its songs are classic rock radio staples, instantly recognizable from the first riff. The album's legacy extends beyond its commercial success. It represents a moment of rebellion, a rejection of the mundane. The album's impact on rock music is undeniable. It inspired countless bands and continues to influence new generations of musicians. Its raw energy and emotional honesty are timeless, ensuring its place as a cornerstone of rock and roll history. A blueprint for future rockers. Appetite for Destruction wasn't just an album, it was a blueprint. It showed aspiring musicians that it was okay to be different, to be raw, to be themselves. It proved that authenticity could still resonate in a world increasingly obsessed with image and artificiality. The album's success gave permission to a new generation of artists to be themselves, to express their anger, their frustrations, their hopes, and their dreams without reservation. It was a call to arms, an invitation to join the revolution. Guns N' Roses, despite their tumultuous history, continue to tour and record music. Their journey has been marked by both incredible highs and challenging lows, yet their passion for rock and roll has never wavered. The core of the band, Axl Rose, Slash, and Duff McKagan, reunited in 2016, much to the delight of fans worldwide. This reunion was not just a nostalgic trip down memory lane, but a powerful resurgence that reignited the band's creative energy. Their Not in This Lifetime tour became one of the highest-grossing concert tours of all time. The tour spanned multiple continents, drawing millions of fans and proving that their music still had a massive global appeal. The band's enduring popularity is a testament to the power of their music. Their ability to connect with audiences, both old and new, showcases the timeless quality of their songs. Their songs continue to resonate with fans of all ages, proving that great rock and roll is timeless. From the anthemic Sweet Child O' Mine to the rebellious Welcome to the Jungle, their music transcends generations. Appetite for Destruction remains a landmark achievement, a reminder of the band's raw power and their ability to connect with audiences on a primal level. This debut album not only defined an era, but also set a high bar for rock music that few have matched since. The echoes of destruction. The echoes of Appetite for Destruction can still be felt today. Its influence can be heard in the music of countless bands, from Greta Van Fleet to Youngblood. The album's message of rebellion, its celebration of individuality, continues to resonate in a world that often feels increasingly conformist. Appetite for Destruction was more than just a debut album. It was a cultural earthquake. It shook the foundations of the music industry and left an indelible mark on rock and roll history. It is an album that continues to inspire, to excite, and to remind us of the power of music to change the world. Subscribe for more rock history.